Today is not the day to give up. It's just not. And that's what not today means. Not today means this. No matter what is going on in your life, you are not going to give up today. You're not going to skip the work. You're not going to skip the nutrition. You're not going to skip any of the things that you know you need to do in order to move your life forward. Welcome back, everyone. We're here today on our Mindset and Motivation Monday show of the week. I hope it's been a great start to the week so far. What I want to do is share with you two words that I've been using now for about the last 3 years. It's been kind of my mantra when I walk into my personal office every single day. So I'm in this office for a good 8 hours, maybe a little bit more each day. And it is where I just do what people are referring to as like their deep work. It's basically uninterrupted. You are writing, you're reading, you're researching, you're doing whatever it is you do. And and you can do deep work around anything. It doesn't have to be like your career. It could be in anything that you're passionate about. It's just your place to kind of have a little bit of solace, that you take your time away from the outside world. So I'm not on my Instagram or anything like that in here. However, one of the reasons why I bring up social media is that some people have seen the painting that I'm about to refer to in just a moment in some of my Instagram stories, and they ask, what is that all about? And I'm going to share with you the two words that I have spray painted, believe it or not, on this particular painting. But if you were to walk into my office, you would see an enormous 6 foot tall by 4 foot wide painting. If you've ever seen a painting that big, it's huge. And this one is multicolor. It has paint splatter on it. It's part screen print, part pop art, part, it has diamond dust all over it. It's not actually diamonds, but it has like dust flakes all over it. So it's like sparkles when the light hits it, the sunlight. I love it. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I've always been into art. I love art. I love supporting the arts in general. I love supporting artists. And I was into art really all the way through college. Now, my profession has taken me in a different direction, but that doesn't mean I don't love it. And one day, I hope, probably won't be for another decade or two, to get back into it. But for the meantime, I love buying art, and it does not necessarily super expensive pieces, but I did commission a piece of artwork when I moved a couple years back in order to put in my office. And it was these two words that I had been using for some time to basically trick my brain to be able to persevere through the day. And I'm going to share exactly how to use that in your own life, no matter what was going on. But this painting, again, a commissioned great Tampa artist. Happy to share, obviously, that person's name as well. And when I got it, it was this wild, energetic, electric painting, multicolor like I've talked about, high energy, but the words, and a lion's head. So that's what it is. It's a lion's head staring directly at you when you walk into my office. You can't help. You walk into my office through the door, you take a right, and you just see this enormous painting on the wall. And it has two words at the top. And the two words are, not today. And it's spray painted in basically white on a blue background right above the lion's head with some just diamond dust like all over it. It's absolutely wild. And when people come in, they say, what is that painting all about? And I always say, it's whatever those two words and this image means to you, which I really believe is what art is all about. Art is fairly subjective, meaning like when you look at an art piece, one person may love it, one person may hate it. And I'm sure that would happen when they looked at this particular painting. I love it. And my wife actually said to me, she said, I don't think that I've ever seen a painting more embody one individual than this does for you. And I was like, I'm going to take that as a compliment. I'm going to keep it at that. So the words, though, not today, mean different things to different people. And I could have chose any two words for the artist to put at the top of this painting. All I knew is that I wanted a ferocious lion, but calm, serene, but just looking out kind of over the horizon, surveying. And I wanted a mantra above it. And I thought about it for a while because you can't erase the paint once it's put down, right, by the artist. And so I chose not today. And I always want people to read into it what they believe it would be. And if I was ever in an office building with team members, my whole team is virtual. We have 100 team members all over the United States. But if we had an office, and I think there's a lot of benefit to that as well, but our team loves being virtual too, is that when you would walk in, it would mean whatever it meant to you. But people have asked, what does it mean to you? Why did you create this? And I wanted to share it with you today. And the reason is I try to stay an open book, like what I do for my own health, what I teach, like all the diagnostics, everything. And that goes with mindset as well. Because what I want to share with you is that I'm by no means a perfect individual. I'm by no means like free of stress. That's not how it works. I love life. I have an amazing life. I'm very grateful for it. I have massive perspective from when none of that was the case, right? Like I don't think any of this happened by accident, right? It was a lot of turmoil and it was a long road getting here, but I wouldn't trade it for anything else. And I've had that now for many, many years, right? So I didn't have it from like 17 to 27 years old, but I have had it since 27 years old for now, not quite 2 more decades, but getting close. And so when I look at that, I can say, yeah, I'm grateful. I have perspective, but it does not mean that I'm free of stress. It doesn't mean that I go through my day and there's no challenges, that there's no obstacles. I mean, even just look at what we're trying to do with Equalife. We're trying to become the first company, and we are the first company to be able to ship labs throughout the entire world, get those lab results back, put them in a private, secure portal for people to get their results as fast as humanly possible, and even be able to get a coaching call with your integrative health practitioner or an Equalife coach or someone else, and then have all of the protocols sourced from the best ingredients, in a GMP and FDA regulated facility, making sure that everything is quality tested. It's like, there's a lot of moving parts, right? That's not stress-free. Okay, and I have an amazing team, so I don't want to make it seem like I do all of that, right? But then I also produce one podcast per day, essentially. There's actually a little bit more than that. And then I have a video team that helps get them all over social media. We answer close to 1,000 comments and all that. So I say all of that to share with you, it's not stress-free, right? It's just not stress-free. That's not how life works. But I chose not today. And I did that because I like to think of it this way. Like, I may have challenges in my life, but I don't know your challenges. So yours might be going through health issues like I did. It might be that you're feeling tired one day, that you don't want to put into the work that day, you don't want to exercise that day, that you're down on your luck, that you're hitting obstacles, that you can't seem to get the diet right. Nothing seems to be going your way. Relationship-wise, spirituality, health, body transformation, career, finances, whatever it might be. And the same thing can happen to me. Now, I have way more good days than bad. There's no doubt about that. I always like to say there's like 1, maybe 2 days a month that aren't good. But you need something to fall back on. And again, back in the day, I had way more bad days than good days. It might have been flipped right before the age of, like, let's say 27 or so. It was probably 1 or 2 good days a month and 28 bad. That's like not an exaggeration. It really isn't. It doesn't mean my whole life was bad, but it was absolutely a struggle with my health and my energy. And I'm telling you right now, and it's a famous saying, but a person, so without your health, you have a lot of desires, right? You do. You have a lot of goals, wishes, desires. But if you don't have your health, you have one wish. You have one desire. You have to get healthy. Like, that's the truth. And that's where I was back in the day. But I don't know, you could be struggling with something else right now besides your health. But I want you to think about this. Today is not the day to give up. It's just not. And that's what not today means. Not today means this. No matter what is going on in your life, you are not going to give up today. You're not going to skip the work. You're not going to skip the nutrition. You're not going to skip any of the things that you know you need to do in order to move your life forward. Because what happens is this. If we are always prey to our feelings, right, and even our thoughts, then we don't take the necessary actions in order to get to the desired goal and outcome. And if the desired goal and outcome actually is a better life, a healthier body, a healthier mind, in spirituality and also just overall thinking, better relationships, right? All of those things, a better career, whatever it might be, all of those things only come at the end of the actions needed in order to get you there. But if you take off today, you're going to be that much further behind. So what I've said is this. Listen, I tell my mind this when I need to, and I want you to do the same. It's a little trick. You just say, you know what? When, let's say it just comes up today, you're saying, you know what? I'm going to skip my workout after work today. I don't want to. I don't really have it in me. And every once in a while, don't get me wrong, that's okay. We need to get to that place first, right? We need to get some momentum going. So you're just saying to yourself, you know what? Not today. Maybe tomorrow. You know, if you're not feeling well tomorrow, give yourself tomorrow to take it off. So you just tell yourself, it's a way out. You're not saying that those feelings you have or thoughts you have are invalid. They're valid. You're playing a tug of war and game with your mind. So you're just saying, listen, I hear you. You're tired today. You don't want to do the work, the study, the workout, you don't want to eat well. You're sneaking in your cabinet to grab those snacks, even though it's not a flex meal. It's not part of your, healthy nutrition plan. And so you just say to yourself, listen, not today. Tomorrow I'll do that, but not today. And the nice thing is this, if you can just get through today, you wake up tomorrow and it's a brand new day. That's the amazing thing. And tomorrow you have an opportunity that it's a great day, that the obstacles don't seem as challenging that are in your way, and you get right back on track to what you need to. But here's the other amazing thing of not today. If you wake up the next day, mid-afternoon comes around, you're saying, wow, I could really go for those cookies I see at work or whatever it is. And that's not part of your healthy nutrition plan, getting well, right? You say to yourself, you know what? Not today. Tomorrow I'll allow myself to have those cookies. Do you see the pattern that we're doing here, right? It's just today. Just not today. That's all that it is. Tomorrow, yes, but not today. And here's the other amazing thing. Every day when you wake up, it's today. That is how I look at it, is that there will come a point where I want an off day. There will come a point where I want a flex meal. It's typically Friday nights or Saturday nights when we go out as a family. Those are the days that are today's the day. But it's not every day. If it sneaks in every day, what happens is your health goes downhill. Your body, downhill. Your mind, downhill. Your relationships, down. You have to take the actions that are necessary to get you to the point that you want in your life, that you're satisfied, that you're proud of the life that you live, that you actually are grateful for the spot that you've been able to achieve. So you might not go out and commission a painting, which is pretty outrageous. It's pretty out of control. I'm not going to say that it's not, but it's something that I love. I invest very few things in my life, except for my health and of course my family and all that. But there are things that I do in life that are sentimental, that have meaning to me, that give back to me, right? They really do. As much as I love to support the arts and those things, they give back to me. But what you can do instead of going out and commissioning the painting is to simply get a Post-it note, put it on your mirror for when you wake up in the morning, if that's when you're most tired. Put it on your computer screen at work if you're kind of just bailing out a little bit early on what you know that you should be doing. Maybe some of your study or whatever it is for your certifications, etc. Or maybe it's in your cabinet, right? On some of those snacks that you might buy for your kids, but sometimes you sneak into those as well. Just put a little Post-it that just says, not today, right? And every time you think about that, you say, hey, there's at least one other person in the world who's crazy enough to just be saying at the same time, not today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. Hopefully today's show was helpful. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for tuning into this Mindset and Motivation Monday. Have an amazing rest of the day, and do feel free to share this show with anyone you believe it could serve. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.